What's going on, everybody? It's Thursday, the 14th of November, 2024. It's 3:50 p.m., almost 4 p.m. I'm almost done for today. This is the Insanity Report for today as well, and I should change the name of the show. It can't be the Insanity Report because the things that I'm going to talk to you about today are like the most common sense things and not insane at all, but I guess it's insane in a good way. So Trump has been making really good picks for his cabinet, his staff members that are going to go into the White House. I've said since the election, and before that, since the election, the whole unity talk has gotten kind of on my nerves a little bit, kind of worried me a little bit, because I thought, okay, if this is going to go to unity, then that means, to me, no accountability. But it sure looks like my worries were for no reason, or for, not necessary, because Trump has been making amazing picks. Now, I'll be honest, some of these people I don't know, but the base of the MAGA movement seems to like most of them. Now, I know Marco Rubio is not a great one, but I think that overall, most of them are in line with the Trump MAGA agenda. And I tell you what, if they're not, then they're going to be voted out, or they're going to lose their positions either way. Because I think that it's gotten to a point in America now, and I'm hoping for this for Europe as well, but I think it's going to take a little bit more pain and suffering for Europeans, especially Germans, to start voting for their own interest instead of for the virtue signaling effect that they get if they vote for certain parties. But I think the point has come in America that Americans overall, the majority of Americans, have apparently realized that they were on the edge of a totalitarian, tyrannical system that is not at all in line with what America stands for, stood for, and what they grew up knowing about America. So I think people saw that. I think the left got so crazy with the cutting off little kids' dicks and all that shit. All that madness, I think people said, whoa, we got to put the brakes on this shit. And they did. And I don't think that they're now going to sit back and go, well, now Trump's in, and it's going to be all right. We can sit back. I think people realize, at least that's my impression, I think people realize that you can't check out of the democratic process altogether and vote based on appearance or hairstyle or how lefty they are, whatever. You got to vote people based on what they do, what they can achieve, what they can accomplish, and what they stand for. And you need the anti-establishment people. And Trump and everybody that he's putting in there is that anti-establishment. I don't think that Americans are going to let it get to the point, again, that we're going to have to be fighting off a deep state. If it works for Trump's team to cut the government size, the federal government size, and whittle down the deep state apparatus, the bureaucratic state, I don't think Americans are going to let it come back. I really don't. If they do, boy, y'all fuckers are dumb. Sorry. So all of these picks are good, and the few that may not be, well, I guess we don't know for sure. How in line are they with the Trump agenda? I think that why would Trump pick like 15 awesome people in the right places, everything good, completely in line with the agenda, and put 3 people there that aren't? That doesn't make much sense. So maybe they know more than we know. Maybe we're judging the players that they don't like, that the base doesn't like, based on one interaction or two. Like I said, I don't know much about a couple of these people, so I can't really speak to them. But what I do know is Matt Gaetz is an absolute rock star in Congress. Absolute. Young dude, total rock star, totally MAGA, totally on board with the agenda. And he's gonna be the AG? Oh shit! Oh my God! Democrats, get ready, people. Some of you Democrats and some of you lefties, some of you know that your best move now may be to actually leave the country to a non-extraditable country. You know what I mean? It may be. I'm serious. And I mean, hey, not just the Democrats. Sorry. The Republicans too, the rhinos. You know, anybody who has any corruption or any crazy shit involvement with insane things that have happened over the last 4 years, or even during Trump's first presidency, these people, I am now convinced, are going to get nailed to the fucking wall. Right? Because Matt Gaetz, an AG, he is not playing around. Right? Matt Gaetz is not fucking around. And he has a bone to pick with these people too. You know what I mean? So, get ready, guys. It's actually happening. That's my opinion. Now, if I'm wrong, I read this the wrong way completely. But I'll say that my gut tells me, and it's usually right. You know, it hasn't failed me often. My gut tells me that this is it. We are witnessing a massive turning point in America, a great moment in history for America, and a change in American politics forever. I really think that's what's happening. Matt Gaetz' AG is going to be amazing. This is something that y'all are going to get your popcorn ready for, to watch these motherfuckers get hauled off and put through the same ringer that Donald Trump was put through, that innocent Republicans and conservatives were put through, that January 6th protesters were put through, you know, that pro-life activists were put through, and that BLM, the left, the crazy Antifa people, the Democrats, the Democrat supporters were all not subjected to or were part of instigating. All of those people should get their due, should get their penance, I should say. Or no, not penance, I guess that's the wrong word. They have to be held accountable, period. And I think every day I wake up and read more and just watch more of Trump's picks coming to life. And I'm like, okay, I was worried for nothing, I think, because these people aren't fucking around. You know what I mean? Elon Musk is not fucking around. Matt Gaetz is not fucking around. Tulsi Gabbard is not fucking around. They're going to put her in the DNI position. Oh, shit. It's like these people were born for these positions. You know what I mean? It's amazing. It's amazing. I think this is fantastic news. Now, I'm always a little bit uneasy to be too optimistic about anything, right? And especially to say it on camera. And even though I don't have a lot of influence, I don't want one person to think, hey, we can sit back and chill now. I mean, they've got this. Look at this team. I mean, it's going to be amazing. They're going to sweep that shit out. Yes, they might, but it's still up to the citizens of America to pay attention to what all these people are doing. You know what I mean? And if they're doing things and passing laws that align with your interests and your values, then fantastic. But as soon as they don't, and that's why you need to keep an eye on them, as soon as they don't, you have to vote them out. They have to know that their jobs are no longer just dependent on the donor class. Their jobs are dependent formally on the people, right? The way it's supposed to be. And that's who comes first. And if you can make the donor class happy afterwards, or with something you do for the people, great. Everybody's happy. Nothing wrong with that, right? But first, it's the people. Not the lobbyists, not the big companies, not the donor class, the people. And if that happens, the people are not going to so easily let that slip out of their fingers again. And so these people that are getting ready to get into position, there's going to be a lot of pushback on some of these people, especially on Matt Gaetz for AG, because there's a lot of people that are going to, first of all, lose their jobs for sure. You know what I mean? And also, there's going to be people that are going to end up in jail. I firmly believe that. Now, my buddy in the States, he feels like, you know, a lot of these people committed treason, and as far as we all know, the punishment for treason is death, still. And I don't think that Trump's going to go that far. I don't think the administration is going to go that far. I don't think Matt Gaetz is going to go that far. Even though they might have the right to do it, I don't think that's going to happen, which may be unfortunate for some things. But to be honest, I don't really like the death penalty anyway, you know, and, you know, if you rape a little kid or something and there's 1,000% proof that you did it, then yes, okay, death penalty. But I don't like any government organization or any government politician to be the arbiter of what is the absolute truth and not, and what somebody deserves to die for. Because there's a lot of innocent people that have been killed by the electric chair and lethal injection and shit because the courts or the jury or whatever got it wrong, or they were just railroaded, whatever. So that's a little bit too harsh. I don't think people are going to be killed, but I think some people are going to end up in prison. And I think some people are going to end up in prison for a long fucking time. You know? This is fantastic. The news is great, but like I said, stay on top of everything. Keep all politicians on a short leash. You know what I mean? You can let them out a little bit as if they need it to do things that line up with America's and your values. And as soon as they don't, you got to yank those motherfuckers back. They got to know what's up. That's the deal. But for now, it looks like the team that is getting ready to go into the White House and around it, the surrounding team, for Trump, for MAGA, for America, is going to be absolutely amazing. And like I said, for some of these people, you're going to want to get your popcorn ready. It might just be that watching congressional hearings is going to be fun again. You know what I mean? I used to watch congressional hearings all the time in the beginning when I first found out about them. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. These people are getting fucking ripped to shreds. These corrupt fuckers, whoever's being questioned. I was like, yeah, get them. But then I realized nothing ever happens to these people. They just flout Congress subpoenas. They don't give the evidence they need. They don't answer questions because they feel superior to Congress. And then they just get away with it. Well, I think those times are over. So it might be time for everybody to get their popcorn and start watching C-SPAN again, because I think that shit's going to be well worth it. So guys, that was the Insanity Report for today. Insanely good things this time. The last year, I have not been able to talk about so many insane good things. All in 1 week. It's amazing, right? And if you want to get my content, if you want to get the articles I write, if you want to get the Insanity Report, you want to get the rants, if you want to get the podcast recommendations or the What is Your Representative Voting For videos, then you can get all of those directly in your inbox, sent to your inbox directly if you subscribe to my Substack for free or for $5 a month, which I would greatly appreciate. And then you'll get all my content directly in one place. You don't have to wait for a notification that will never come or wait to see it by chance on social media. You get it all sent to your email once it's published. So do that. And if you're watching me somewhere else, then go ahead and follow me there. But still, go to it'sallaboutlogic.substack.com. That's it'sallaboutlogic.substack.com. And find me there, subscribe there. That's the easiest way to go for both of us. And share this video everywhere you can. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.